What is up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF, man. Here with a live stream today that I wasn't planning on doing, but I have to do simply because I'm a little bit disgruntled. I'm a little bit disgruntled with the fact that Lavar Ball has opened his mouth one more time. And I'm going to get to you guys' comments in a little bit. I know you guys want to be heard, so as always, I'm going to get to you guys' comments in a little bit. But I have to get this off my chest, man, because I feel like Lavar Ball is costing not just Lonzo, but his other two kids their NBA futures. And it's not looking good right now. Another side effect from this is going to be what happens with the Lakers moving forward. Okay, so Lavar Ball has just unfortunately came out and said that if the Lakers do not sign LaMelo Ball and LiAngelo Ball, that Lonzo will not re-sign with the Lakers when his contract is up. Okay, this was Lonzo Ball's quote, and I will get to you guys' comments a little bit. I just wanted to make my point. So Lavar Ball's coming out trying to hold the Lakers at ransom. He's trying to force his other two sons onto the Lakers, and if I know Magic Johnson, that's just not going to happen. Especially now after he opened his mouth this way. First of all, let me tell you something. LaVar Ball's trying to be a dictator with the Lakers franchise. We all know Magic, Genie are the ones that are really running this franchise right now. And they're not going to take kindly to anybody trying to hold them at ransom. Yes, who cares what LaVar Ball says, but I will tell you this. If I'm Magic Johnson, I don't know how he's going to react to this come summertime, but if I'm Magic Johnson, I call his bluff. Okay, at the end of the day, at some point, Lonzo's going to have to come out and just tell him to shut his mouth. Because I am a fan of, I was a fan of LaVar Ball up until now. I don't like people, becoming a distraction in the locker room and just not letting his son focus on basketball. He's not even on the court right now. And he's already creating these oblivious rumors. It's ridiculous. Like, his son has to answer for all of this. That's my biggest gripe with all this. So Lonzo at some point is gonna have to man up and tell his dad to go away and just let him be a professional. He has to man up sooner or later. But the consequences of this can be atrocious. Let me get into this a little bit more. So LaVar Ball is opening his mouth, creating all kinds of chaos for the front office. This is a year where we're trying to recruit free agents. This could be really bad for that. We just got rid of D'Angelo Russell this past summer because he was over here on the rumor mill, retweeting stuff he wasn't supposed to be retweeting. Magic Johnson doesn't play. He shipped him out. And also because of the whole locker room thing, becoming a distraction. If Lonzo becomes a distraction because of his father, I have no doubt in my mind that Magic will get rid of him. However, this is not ideal because Lonzo has a lot more value for the Lakers than he would have for another franchise. Simply because there's no other team that's going to want to buy into the circus, right? Nobody's going to want to go through this with LaVar. We are Hollywood, so we're better suited to deal with this kind of drama than other teams. And I believe that Lonzo's still our cornerstone point guard, right? He has shown me enough glimpses of his game that I believe he is a cornerstone. However, to be a point guard, to be a leader, you have to show your leadership in these moments and tell your dad to please keep his mouth shut because he's not helping us in recruiting free agents like this. It's a distraction for the locker room, and at the end of the day, it's a distraction for Lonzo, who is our starting point guard. Now, I'm sure Magic could just brush this off as just LaVar Ball. Really, what he says has no merit to what Magic Johnson does. If anything, LaVar Ball opening his mouth kills any chances we had of actually signing LaMelo and or Jello. Because now it's going to look like LaVar runs the franchise if we do that. So, I mean, by LaVar opening his mouth, trying to hold the Lakers organization by ransom, all he's doing is shutting the door on his two other sons to join and potentially even Lonzo to stay, depending on how Lonzo reacts moving forward, right? But I don't think this is a threat for Lonzo's future. I call his bluff. First of all, the timeline doesn't even fit. Lonzo's contract comes off the books in about 4 years, and then we still have a player option on him, and he would lose a lot of money if he walked in free agency. Plus, this is a team he always wanted to play for. It just wouldn't make sense. And who knows? Maybe by the time we'll have two max free agents and be competing for a title. So there's nothing there's nothing that they can do. LeVar Ball can't do anything about Lonzo being with the Lakers. That's up to Lonzo. He's a grown man. It's going to look really bad if his daddy pulls him out off of the Lakers like he did the other two sons, pulling them out respectively from college and high school. And so, again, it's not that big of an issue. However, it is bothersome because it is a distraction. You know, some of you guys can laugh about it now or whatever. But, again, D'Angelo Russell created a rift in the locker room. If LeVar continues to open his mouth, teammates are going to get tired. Did you guys not see the reaction by Jordan Clarkson when they asked him if he was going to miss LeVar? He just laughed it off. So all I'm saying is this bothers me a little bit. Not to the point where I'm saying trade Lonzo. Definitely Lonzo's our franchise point guard. But I do feel like Lonzo needs to step up and tell his father something because this can become a distraction. It's not right now. Right now we're not contenders, so it doesn't really matter what happens this season. However, it can become a distraction moving forward. So hopefully LeVar tones it down with the comments. Another thing that I have a problem with LeVar is that he promised he was going to hand us Lonzo Ball over and he was going to move out of the way. So far, that hasn't been the case. He's been very opinionated. And up until this point, I didn't have a problem with it. But now when he's making claims like these are actually claims that he's making that are franchise threatening, even though, again, he has nothing to do with his son. So at the end of the day, it's his son's decision moving forward. So I just wanted to get that off my chest really quick, guys. People were asking me on Twitter. Again, I'm not really too bothered. I'm sure we're going to move on from this. Lonzo's not going to get traded because if he does, we're not going to get equal value in return. He's worth too much. And at the end of the day, Lonzo eventually is going to have to speak up and be the man that he is. Tell his dad to, hey, stop talking for me. That's what I think needs to happen because right now he's looking like he's in the same boat as LaMelo and LiAngelo and letting his father make all the decisions. I get it. He's for their brand, but since when does a shoe company come out and say, hey, we want Steph Curry traded, or hey, you know, we want our client traded to this? No, it doesn't happen like that, you know. At the end of the day, they are just a brand. We're the franchise. We hold the keys to Lonzo Ball's future, and he holds the keys to ours. So what I want to do is I just tell you guys, you know, don't worry about it too much. Right now, it's just all talk. I'm sure that analysts are going to have a field day with this. You know, if you tune into First Take or whatever tomorrow morning, I'm sure they're going to go off and talk about, hey, the Lakers should trade Lonzo. He's not worth the trouble, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, Lonzo Ball is probably the best point guard we've had in a long time. It could be ever at the end of the day when he retires. But at this stage, he's shown too much promise to ship him off. By the way, you're not going to get equal value in return because, like I said, his dad and his family is too much of a distraction that no other franchise is really going to want to buy into that, you know. So all we got to do is worry about, you know, tell Lonzo, hey, control your father and just focus on the court for this season and take it step by step. I do like the way that their game is progressing overseas. However, they're still not NBA level players. So you just can't do that, man. They got to earn their roster spots. If they were going to come here, they had to earn them. They're not, I mean, why should we give them anything? Why should we hand those two players 2 roster spots? Those 2 roster spots could go towards other players that are more skilled, more talented, and less spoiled, for all I know. Now, at the end of the day, if he does, if we end up getting one of the 2 players, it's not going to be because LeVar said we should. It's going to be because they're actually talented and have promise. But at the end of the day, it is a distraction for now. Hopefully it's not a distraction moving on for the future. And we're going to need, like I said, Lonzo to eventually speak up and say something to their father. Now, I haven't read the comments in the comment section, but I see you guys got them going already. So I'm going to go to the comment section now, see what you guys think about LeVar's recent comments. Do you guys think it impacts the future? You guys think Lonzo's going to get traded? Or do you guys think it's nothing? We should just brush it off and not listen to his father because at the end of the day, he just talks a lot. What did LeVar do? He came out and said that Lonzo's not going to sign a contract with us, an extension, you know, once his contract is over, unless we sign LaMelo and LiAngelo. So he is not trading them to the dang Knicks. Yeah, definitely not. They don't have nothing to offer. It's all just talk. Vanderblue is better. I don't know about that. Lonzo Ball does have a positive impact on this team, similar to what he had in UCLA, and he's only a rookie. Granted, he's been injured for a huge chunk of the season already, but hopefully he gets healthy, and I feel like he is a contributor moving on for the future. That's just outside noise. Hey, that's the way you feel, Rondo. I feel you. I'm the same way. However, I know that this is a distraction because Stephen A, Skip, all these guys are going to have field days with this. I'm telling you. But yes, I agree. I agree with you, Matt. Zoe definitely needs to speak up for sure. Lavar needs to chill. Sounds crazy. He should only talk if someone is talking bad on him. I agree. He can talk all he wants, but just leave our franchise out of it, dude. It's like, be a man of your word. You said you were going to hand this Lonzo to Magic Johnson, and, he was going to get out of the way. That's exactly what he needs to do, and focus on his other two children even making it to the NBA, because for all we know, they might not even make it. It's all white noise. Hopefully, man. DTLF, Lavar is tripping, but we have worse problems like Luke leaving and Isaiah Thomas over Josh Hart. Yeah, that's not a worse problem, because Isaiah Thomas is potentially a short-term option, meaning his contract might expire and he might not come back unless he balls out. But at the end of the day, yeah, this is not a big problem now, but it can become a big problem going into the summer. If he impedes us from landing free agents because they don't want to come to the drama, I mean, that would be a problem. We did trade away D'Angelo for the same reason, because we thought maybe free agents wouldn't like to play with him, or maybe he was too much of a distraction in the locker room with the whole cell phone thing and Twitter thing, beef, whatever. But at the end of the day, we can't let this get out of hand. It's Magic Johnson's job to, rein Lavar in. Since he drafted Lonzo, he has to rein him in. Lakers will not trade him, but free agents will be hesitant coming to the Lakers. And that's a problem I have there, Jaden. I'm sorry, Fresh Boss. That's a problem I have because we need to recruit heavily, and we need this to look like a drama-free situation. So that is a problem, and who knows how that might impact the franchise moving forward. That's the only thing. I'm actually talking about Luke, not Isaiah Thomas. Oh, I got you. I'm going to look for y'all on the Skip and Shannon ESPN videos tomorrow. Dropping heat. This is a problem. I mean, I don't think it's a problem yet. However, like I said, if Lonzo doesn't open his mouth and allows his dad to continue flapping his gums, then it might be a problem. Dan, do you think this could affect Zoe's play? Hopefully not. Lonzo says that his father's talk doesn't affect his play because he's been used to his father talking all his life. So thus far, he's proven it. I mean, he's played pretty decent this season. And it doesn't seem like his father's target on his back is really affecting him. However, like I said, moving forward, it's going to have to stop. If we do land somebody like PG or even LeBron or any big-name marquee free agents, I'm sure they're not going to want to hear Lavar yapping in the back. So he might be, if he continues yapping, then you never know how the future's looking for Lonzo in purple and gold. But a lot of that is going to depend on his play. If he's worth the trouble, then they might put up with it because he might become a triple-double machine, all-star, franchise-changing type point guard. But if he doesn't live up to the game, the hype, then they might either let him walk when his contract expires or trade for something. But I would prefer that his game does do the backing up and his father does, starts quieting down because it's a problem. Dan, I'm scared Lonzo has too many distractions between his brand, his baby trying to rap, and going on TV shows. Yeah, and that's another reason why a lot of franchises aren't going to, buy high on him, even if they do put him on a trade block. So it's tough. Lonzo's having a baby. He's not a kid anymore. Time to step up to his daddy. Exactly. All he needs to do is say, you know what, Dad, I want to be a Laker for life. I'm still a part of the brand, but don't never throw my name out there like that. Like, that's all he needs to do. Or just say to the media, listen, my father's opinion is his and mine is mine. I want to be a Laker for life. As soon as he says those words, everything just dies down. But if he says, I don't know, or just coys and shies away, then it might be a problem in the future. Dan, no one lives to the hype no more. I mean, you don't know. Lonzo looked very promising. I mean, especially in the month of December, or was it the month of December? I believe it was the month of December. He was shooting a lot better percentage, looking like UCLA Lonzo Ball. He was even dunking. He crossed over Kemba Walker and dunked on him. He was getting in the lane doing damage. So I really like Lonzo Ball's game a lot. Lavar is a cancer, bro. I'm tired of his damn clown. I'm tired of this damn clown. Man, it's a shame because I actually liked Lavar, man. I really did. You got to respect what he's doing, you know, for his children, for his family, you know, trying to elevate that brand and giving him a career even after basketball. However, he's doing a little too much right now, and he needs to tone it down because at the end of the day, people are going to criticize him and destroy him, but he is their father and they respect him. So he needs to lead by example, man. He needs to lead by example. I agree. I think I'm no longer a fan of his, man. I'm jumping off the fan wagon because I don't like people coming at my franchise like that. Once they start messing with the Lakers, trying to hold us up for ransom, that's a problem for me. DTLF, Lavar is using Lonzo as a puppet. I agree, and that's not right. And he desperately needs to tell him to chill out. That's it. That's all he needs to do. Lonzo will be gone by this summer if he doesn't shut up. So that's the problem, Nick, is that with all this drama around Lonzo, there's no way he's gone by the summer, period. First of all, he has no trade value on the market right now simply because of all the drama that's going around and him being injured these last couple of games. And, you know, he really didn't live up to the hype 100% this season. However, the potential is there. So even if they try to trade him, what are they going to get? A couple of second-round picks back in return? I'd rather let him play out his contract and give us production for those 4 years, if that's the case. At the end of the day, you can take what his father says with a grain of salt. What really matters is what Lonzo says. So I'm sure upon hearing this, Magic went to Lonzo to talk to him to ask him if it's true. Now, if there's any merit to this, then the story's going to blow out of proportion. And then, you know, then it's going to be a problem. But it's just distractions that we don't need. You know, I thought the distraction period was over when we traded away the clown show that was Nick Young, D'Angelo, all that stuff. But now Lavar is coming into town bringing his own rodeo sideshow. And it's tough, man. Hopefully Magic can help them tone it down a bit because... Dan, what did Lavar do? I just tuned in right now. Basically said Lonzo will not re-sign with us once his rookie contract is up unless we sign Jello and Melo. So, yeah, he's trying to hold the franchise up for ransom. But we all know that we're not going to do whatever LeVar Ball wants at the end of the day. LeVar won't listen to Lonzo. No, but I'll tell you what, if Lonzo comes out, you know, to the cameras and says, you know what, I want to be a Laker for life. You know, I respect my dad's opinion, but I'm here to stay for a long time, for the long haul. Then that puts all the rumors and everything to bed, makes Lonzo look good, and just basically it's a slap in the face to his pops. But at the end of the day, it's the right thing to do. LeBron will bring his own circus act too, though. I agree, and that's always a downside with LeBron, and that's why I've never really liked LeBron like that. But man, it's just so tempting because he's still an MVP. Every season he's an MVP candidate, and when you get that kind of talent, you just never know. Dad, did you see what Isaiah Thomas say after practice today? Well, yeah, I kind of did see that. You know, he likes where the franchise is going, the direction and everything. But, again, it's going to depend on how he plays and if he buys into that backup bench role. Of course, like I said, if we miss on one or two max free agents, then he might be a placeholder for the next year's free agency. So we might give him a one-year deal like similar to we gave to KCP. But that all depends on how he plays. We should have drafted Donovan Mitchell. Man, nobody saw Donovan Mitchell coming. Nobody. Even the Denver Nuggets traded him to the Jazz. They didn't even know how good he was going to be. So that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree, Charlie. He better stop because Magic doesn't play. He might be ruining his son's future. Continues to talk like that. Who's your favorite Laker this year? Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is just so fun to watch, and he's a killer, man. Absolutely. It looks much more happy. I'd be happy with a one-year deal. Again, yeah, if he takes the mid-level exception, which is around $8 million, I don't have a problem throwing that his way after we attempted to sign max free agents, right? But yeah, I don't want to throw any long-term deals at Isaiah Thomas as of right now. We got to see what he's got, though. Who knows? If he comes back into form and starts playing like Boston Celtics, Isaiah Thomas, then you just never know. But for now, let's just take it one game at a time. You know, we're going to analyze his game step by step, and then we'll go from there. We'll take it from there. Lonzo will be gone if this continues. Magic does not play games. And I'd hate to see that happen because he's very talented. But if Magic makes that evaluation and he determines that the talent is not worth the drama, then I'm sure I agree with you. But hopefully not, man. Dan, Kyle Kuzma's better than Jason Tatum. Agree. Yeah, I like him better than Jason Tatum, but to each his own. Everybody has a different opinion. Jason Tatum's pretty good, but when they matched up this last time, I mean, Kyle Kuzma gave him the business. He gave that whole Celtic team the business. So, by the way, shout out to Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance, man. They did their thing. First game in Cleveland, so very happy for them. I'll be rooting for their success individually. I don't like the Cavs, so I don't care what they do, but it'll be fun to watch what Larry and Clarkson are capable of doing in the playoffs out there. So, Dan, any idea on who we are drafting in 2018? I've been on Miles Bridges for a while, so I'm a big fan of his. Check out his highlights if you don't know who he is, out of Michigan State. Love that kid. Don't want to trade Zoe, fam. I really don't, but with Mitch and Jimbo problem before and coming away with the dark cloud, we don't need this, fam. Man, this may be all smoke, but this is an issue, bro. I feel you, Lake Show. Puts unnecessary pressure on the Lakers. I feel you, bro. I get that. I get that for reals. But at the end of the day, like I said, if Magic determines that the drama's not worth the talent, or sorry, the other way around, that the talent isn't worth the drama, then he will make that move. However, right now it's not the right time to move Lonzo. He doesn't have enough value under him. Anyway, so I would hate to see him moved right now when we're going to get pennies to the dollar. He needs to ball out. And then if he balls out, I'm sure that talent is going to change everybody's mind and just say, hey, you know, yeah, his dad is a drama queen, but hopefully he can step up and just tell him to be quiet. Honestly speaking, we are not making the playoffs. The Jazz, Clippers, Nuggets are locked in. I don't know about locked in. We're only 6 games out. So anything's possible, Matt. But, hey, I respect your opinion, bro. Yeah, at the end of the day, like I said, I really like Lonzo a lot. And hopefully this all dies down and just, you know, becomes white noise in the background, because we desperately, we don't need to ship out another point guard. We shipped out D'Angelo, who was supposed to be our franchise guy. Then we shipped out Clarkson, who, by the way, when we drafted him, looked like our franchise point guard for the future. And now, if we ship out Alonzo, man, again, we're going to be lost without a point guard. That's just my only thing on that whole thing. Matt, let me answer your question. Dan, how long do you think this will last? I don't know, but it'll last as long as Lonzo lets it last. So hopefully he mans up. I hope he has the right people around him telling him, you know, hey, you got to tell your dad, you know, to quiet it down a little bit because he's making a lot of noise back there. If not, we're going to have to evict. Simple as that, you know. It's like the noisy neighbor. You give them a couple of warnings, but if not, eventually you have to evict them. That's just the analogy I choose to use there. Sadly, because I really like Lonzo. He's a great kid. A lot of talent. Triple-double threat every night. And I feel like his scoring is starting to come together. And it's tough, man. Why would Lavar do this, Dan? Honestly, because he's desperate. Maybe he knows something we don't. Like, maybe he knows that his other 2 sons aren't as gifted talent-wise. Sorry. Yeah, maybe they're not as gifted talent-wise, and he needs to feel like, oh, well, I'm going to use my son as leverage. But that's not the right way to go by it. Matter of fact, this makes Lonzo look bad. It makes the other 2 kids look bad because roster spots can't just be handed down. The Lakers have to, you know, evaluate talent and see who fits the team as well. That all matters. What are we going to do with a bunch of guards that all run and shoot and don't play defense? We can't have the same at every position. Now, if his sons, if one was a 7-foot center who protected the rim, which we desperately need, and the other one was a slashing athletic wing, then maybe we'd be, you know, strumming a different tune to this guitar. But at the end of the day, Lavar is not thinking rationally. I mean, as a father, this would be the equivalent of Steph Curry's dad telling the Warriors that their son is leaving the Warriors if they don't sign Seth Curry and keep him there long term, right? It just doesn't work that way. So LeVar's very unconventional, and I get that. I get that he's trying to do his own thing and all that, but this is just, he crossed the line this time, and he lost me as a supporter. I won't be wearing any Triple Baller brand gear, any of that stuff anymore. I'm done. I was actually gonna buy some gear and stuff, but I think none of Laker Nation excuse me, tongue twister. None of Laker Nation should support his brand anymore moving forward, and he should see repercussions for what his mouth has done. Honestly, you know, that's just the way I feel. Like, at the end of the day, Now he's coming up against the franchise, and this is who we support. We support the logo in front of the jersey, not the one in the back. So Lavar needs to know that there's no I in team, right? Bottom line, I wouldn't support that triple baller brand anymore. He lost me. I was, when I was gonna get a little bit more gear, a little bit more money, I was gonna go out and get some triple baller gear to support the man because I like his hustle, but he's tripping now. Thank you. Just like Chris Cepeda said, I'm a Lakers fan, not a Lonzo fan. Always, man. There were some people that were telling me, hey, I'm no longer a Lakers fan because Clarkson and Larry Nance got moved. And, what I would tell them is, I guess you were never a Lakers fan because if you were only cheering for those players, that's the name on the back, Bottom line. That's why I always tell you guys, people are always telling me, Dan, are you going to get a Lonzo jersey? You're going to get a triple baller gear, all this? I'm like, no, man. They got to make a mark on the franchise for me to support because you just never know. Agree, Dan. The media always overly worship LeBron too much. Just look at Nick Wright and Colin Coward. Those don't know anything about basketball. Yeah. Lakers all day. Yeah, man. We gotta go cheer for the Lakers all the time, no matter what, man. No matter what kind of roster move, even if we don't agree or disagree. Always, I don't care if we go 0-82. Well, I do care because I never want that to happen. But you still have to support the Lakers, man. The real Laker fans know what's up. No matter who they trade your favorite player, whatever, doesn't matter. We're Laker fans. If not, you're gonna be like LeBron fans. They follow LeBron everywhere he goes. Likewise, bro. I tell them, bye, Felicia. You ain't with the Lakers just because players traded them layers. I agree, Lake Show. I agree, brother. Yeah, if they're not cheering for the actual roster, I mean the whole team, then that's a problem. Dan, get an Isaiah Thomas jersey, LOL. I can't, bro. He just hasn't done anything for the franchise yet. Dan, put on your jacket on the next game. I'm definitely gonna put it on. We need a win, and the Pelicans have actually been playing good basketball, even without Boogie lately. So, yeah, we got to, man. I bleed purple and gold no matter what. Hey, I see you, Henry. Same, man. Likewise, bro. Dan, would you sign Boogie Cousins for 1 year to test him out? I mean, if no other free agents come other than Paul George and we have an open slot, why not? But I doubt after this injury, Boogie would sign a 1 year deal because it has no long-term security for him, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I hate people who stand for players. Lakers all day. That's right. Showtime. That's right, man. That's the right mentality. That is the right mentality. You know what? Giving quality, bro, you've been hating for a while now. And I'm about tired of it, man. I don't understand. I thought you were cool. But that's it, man. I gave you some chances and you killed it, bruh. Yeah, man. Haters can hate for a little bit, but eventually I get tired of it, man. I block them from the channel because this is I'm trying to create a cool little Laker community, and you get all these little haters coming through. I think that guy was a Rockets fan too, by the way. So I don't know what he's doing over here, but hey, anybody's welcome as long as you guys are respectful. Someone's gonna throw the max at Boogie. There's no way we can get him for 1 year. I agree, man. But who's gonna throw the max? That's the real question. Yeah, man. I'll still respect them, even people who disrespect me, I'll still show them respect. But at the end of the day, it's like you can only take so much. Dan, who had the best team between Kobe and LeBron from 08 to 11? Whew, from 08 to 11, I'll take Kobe's team all day. Anything with Kobe, man. In his prime especially, I'll take Kobe, bro. Lakers need a center from Arizona or Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. was injured, but I think he is going to be one and done. I don't think his stock will fall that far down. I mean, we're going to be in the 20s, so there's no way we get him. Dan, will you ever become a Heat fan? Of course not, man. I respect the Heat. However, that's not one of the teams I dislike, but I'm a Laker fan, first, second, and third, man. And the only other team I actually like is the Knicks. Only because their fan base is very loyal, and they've been with that team for the longest, so I respect that. Hey, thanks, Luis. I appreciate you, bro. How you doing, man? I'm doing good. Dan, I miss JC and Larry Nance. Yeah, man. Let me tell you, it was nice. It was bittersweet to watch them have a good game, their first game out there. But I'm happy for them overall, man. Put it like this. This is the way I look at it. If the Lakers don't make the playoffs, at least we'll be able to cheer for those two in the East. You know, just for their success. If we only had our draft pick, once again, I agree. But you could thank Mitch and Jim for that. You know, Lavar went too far. Here, like, he can actually mess up Lonzo's career. If he continues like this, man, he is gonna. And eventually, Lonzo just has to tell him, look, Dad, you know, I appreciate everything you've done for me. This is no disrespect, but you absolutely have to stay out. This is my career now. Been a Laker fan since 1988. Hey, what's up, Henry? I see you, bro. Cavs killed the Celtics. I loved watching the Celtics get destroyed on Paul Pierce's jersey retirement night. I loved it because this is karma. The reason that happened was because Paul Pierce didn't want to share the spotlight with Isaiah Thomas. That's selfish, man. That's very petty. So, but it's in typical Celtic fashion. That's what they're, selfish and petty. So that's what they get. He got destroyed. I wonder if he would have preferred to get destroyed on his ceremony night or to share the spotlight with Isaiah Thomas. That's all I'm saying. Paul Pierce is garbage. I agree. Showtime. I agree. Dan, do you think the Revs gave the Lakers a W versus the Kings in the 2002 Western Conference Finals? I'm never going to admit that, even if it was the case. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm just happy we pulled out the victory. But then again, like, Robert Horry hitting that huge shot and everything, that wasn't rigged. So we still had to earn it at the end of the day. If we had to choose from Westbrook and Kyrie, who we getting, Dan? I used to be a big fan of Kyrie Irving. He has a Mamba mentality. I would have took that. And he's a champion. Something Westbrook is still not. Ray Allen didn't even show up. That's because Ray Allen betrayed them when he went to the Miami Heat, so they don't like him anymore, man. But that's his problem. I never liked Ray Allen either. Only Laker game I've ever been to. Dan, I'd rather have Paul Pierce wait, what? I'd rather have Paul Pierce lose to Kobe 2 times in a row. Just lose to Kobe 2 times in a row. Oh, okay, I got you. Webber choked in Game 7 versus the Lakers. Yeah, man, I mean, look, here's the thing about the whole it was rigged allegation. At the end of the day, players still have to make shots. Teams still have to play and scheme. I mean, that's discrediting the hard work that NBA players put in. Like, you can't say something was rigged because at the end of the day, players still had to put in work and achieve that victory. If they're off, no matter how rigged it is, they can't win a game. So, Dan, remember when Kobe's parents made many comments on Kobe just to stop talking to them just because Kobe got married young? Yeah, I remember that, man. But I was young at the time. I didn't pay attention, and we didn't have social media, so it wouldn't get blown out of proportion like it will today. Dan, what free agents you like in 2019 for us, obviously? Well, I'll tell you what. If Lonzo Ball doesn't work out for us for whatever reason, then I really love Kyrie Irving. We can pick him up. That would be amazing. I doubt he's leaving Boston because that's one of those franchises that they sway people to stay. But at the end of the day, I love Kyrie. I love Kawhi Leonard. There's so many good players out there. Dan, did you hear Charles Barkley's comments? Not really, man. I tuned him out because when he gets too ignorant and just, is blinded by hate, at some point you just get tired. And I'd rather just do, post-game shows with you guys, man. Honestly. But anyways, guys, this is going to cut it for me, man. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Again, today was not so positive news. I'm sorry to have to report this to you guys. Don't let it get you guys down, though. I think we're going to take it with a grain of salt. And I think Magic, we're in good hands regardless. He's going to know what to do with Lonzo. I'm sure Lonzo's going to stay for a long time as the Lakers, but you just never know. At the end of the day, he is going to have to step up, tell his daddy off, and move forward, as a man, as a person. Grow as an individual, man. But thank you guys again for tuning in. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe if you already haven't. And I'll catch you guys Wednesday for the pregame, man. Peace out, Laker Nation. Much love.